Hello, hello. Two-Ton here. Welcome to another episode of Two-Ton's Journey. Coming to you live from the command center. May the force be with you. I'm Two-Ton. I'm Dan. Email me at twotonsAdventures@gmail.com. You can find me on YouTube at Two-Ton. TikTok at Mr. Two-Ton. And also on Instagram at TwoTon's. Wow, that was abrupt. Fail. Ooh. Another episode. Here we go. Not gonna lie, had a shitty week. It's Tuesday. Had family visit last week and ate pretty bad. I put some I put some bad shit in. Some bread, garlic bread, fried chicken, cake, brownies. I'm definitely gonna be up this week, and it's not a big deal. If I told you how many ups and downs I've had over the years, it'd make your head spin. Like anyone else who does like a weight loss journey, it's not just down, 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 unless you're literally starving yourself or preparing for a movie role like Christian Bale did. He ate just apples and tuna to get his weight down for Memento. That's insane. The producers of the movie actually told him, you need to stop or we're going to have to run you to the hospital. So yeah, that's not me. I'm not doing that. Yeah, so I mean my weight will be up and then I'll get it back down again. So excited to hit that 399. And I'm still, I didn't weigh myself this morning. And by the way, it is Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. This Friday, there'll be no weigh-in video, just because I'm going to be not home. I will not be here on Friday. So it will resume the following Friday, and I will update you with the weight that past week. So, yeah, I got a visit from my brother and his family, him and his wife and their beautiful son, and my nephew, and we had a good dinner. Made some homemade chicken parm with pasta and homemade garlic bread, and it was delicious. Had a nice visit, and if I've got family coming, I don't care. I'm gonna eat bad because part of having family visit, it's like it's a happy time, it's a good time, and I have family all over the country, so this particular sibling of mine, my brother, he lives about 6 hours from here, so he was passing through to go to a wedding in Ohio, so they stayed with us one night and had a nice visit. Next morning, of course, we made bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwiches. So I've been eating bad for like 4 days. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm back up to 500 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe 490. So yeah, shit happens. I haven't made an exercise video in a couple days. My back's been hurting me. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little rough. I've got arthritis in both my knees, so sometimes it's easier for me just to take a day or two to kind of let my body rest. It's not excuses. It's just, I like making the videos, and I get a lot of response from them, and I'll have another one up today. Just the last few days, I've just been kind of out of it a little bit, and with my back and everything. So, but I still have, good goals and everything. This weekend coming up, we've got a small little trip we're going on, and we don't necessarily have to eat bad on the trip, but we certainly want to go out and have something to eat. So we'll be back on Sunday, 3-day weekend. When you've lost the amount of weight I've lost, gaining 2 or 3 pounds is nothing. When I got all the way up to my heaviest, I keep using the number 550. I'm starting to come to the realization I was probably higher than that, maybe like 560. And that's insane just to think about it. It's absolute insanity. And I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that just the difference between 500 and 400 is, it's 100 pounds. Think about what 100 pounds is. It's like an eighth grader. That's literally 5 20-pound bags of rice from the grocery store. And just picture stacking them up on your shoulder. It's distributed throughout your entire body. So if I grabbed a 100-pound bag right now and tried to walk around with it, it would be crazy. It would be crazy heavy. And, you don't consider those things when the weight comes off. It's like, where did that 100 pounds go? And it's 150 now for me. So it's been 150 for a while. But we're doing it. Going to get these off and get down to my goal weight eventually. This is not a race. I'm, the only person I'm challenging is myself. But it's not a race, For me, it's always been kind of slow and steady wins the race. So I'm just going to step back, do my thing. And, if it's only a couple pounds a month, that's okay. That's okay. I dropped 18.5 in July. And so far in August, I've only dropped a couple. So, and we're midway through the month. So you could have 1 month where you lose 18, 20 pounds, and you can have another month where you only lose 5 pounds. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. All right, so here's your news of the week. I was looking into protein powders. And, while I've been on my keto for a while, we've added protein powders into like shakes and even like keto baked goods with like almond flour and stuff. And we even made homemade keto ice cream, which is crazy good. And we have these chocolate protein powders that we use. We can put it in and make chocolate ice cream. It's so good. It's so delicious. And it's, they pack the protein for you. There's 3 different kinds. You've got, basically, you have whey proteins, soy protein, and casein protein. The whey protein is usually the most popular right now because it's a water soluble protein, so you can add it into almost anything, and it's going to break down and get absorbed in your body very easily. But I was reading this article here. It's called News Medical Life Sciences, and I will have the link in the description so you can check it out. And it talks about all the roles that protein powder play in your body and how it helps build muscle and helps to strengthen you, and also the right amount of protein helps break down the fats and get the calories burned. One thing that was interesting in this article is that there was research that the whey protein helped build muscle 68% more, or 68% muscle growth, compared to only 31% muscle growth from the casein protein. And that's one of the things why the whey protein is more preferred, because it helps build bulk and muscle while helping you to lose weight. So it should be pointed out, some protein powders have added sugar for flavoring and stuff. So it's to improve taste and things like that. So if people who are diabetic, you might want to consider a different option than some of these protein powders. So that way you don't have sugar issues with it and everything. So, but this article will be in the description. I encourage you to read it, check it out. Like I said, we've used protein powders in the past, and it's something that we found very helpful, and also to give you a little variety when you're doing a boring keto meals. For those of you who follow me on any sort of regular basis, and I don't know how many that is, but to anyone who's watched my videos and follow me, I love you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Absolutely 100% awesome. That's for you. And it's important to point out that I get encouragement from lots of places, but to see a lot of the comments on my videos, keep it up, good job, anything like that. I've been very fortunate. I haven't had a lot of like bullying or haters or just people being complete fucking douchebags and saying ridiculously stupid shit, ragging on me for my size. I've been very fortunate in all my videos and posts and everything, and that's cool. But they're out there. They are absolutely out there, and 100%, they need to go away, perish. But what I mean is, I can do without them. And anybody who's on a weight loss journey, who puts themselves out there on social media, um, you kind of just take a step back. You can't let it affect you. You can't let it bring you down. You know that these people are sad and silly, and they have no existence or meaning in their life, and they only get joy when they take joy from others. So, to all of you trolls out there, eat my fucking ass. You can just shut up, fuck off, take a hike. I don't care. Bye. You don't affect me in any way, shape, or form. And karma's a bitch. Just remember that. There's going to be a day where you might need help with something, and you're going to get trolled for it. So what goes around comes around. And I guess the main reason I'm bringing this up is because I had one incident of a comment when I first started the whole social media thing, well over a year ago. I did a post about my lymphedema and the pumps that I use and how I had compromised skin and infections recurring here and there. I've even had skin graft surgery a couple of years back. And when you have severe lymphedema, it's very easy for your skin to become compromised because it's stretching, and you got to keep lotion on them and keep the skin elastic and stretchy. Otherwise, you get little cracks. Just one little crack from what looks like eczema or something is what started my whole thing with my legs, and that was years ago. And I wouldn't wish what I had on my legs on my worst enemy. But this particular person, I didn't even show a photo of an infection or any pictures of like the skin on my legs at all. And I should point out right now, I have zero skin issues right now. Getting a lot of the weight off helped, but I'm doing lymphedema therapy with, I have a pump machine here, and I compress my legs, and I'm also taking care of the skin, and I'm losing weight, so that can only help as well. But this person, the picture I took was in the recliner, and I had my legs in the pumps. And it was one of the first videos I put up. And he said something, I can't even 100% remember like what his comment was. It had something to do with like, how do you let yourself get that way? It's like, it's such a silly question that only serves your ego to ask that type of question. It's not about letting yourself get that way. There are so many factors that contribute to why a person is overweight or obese or fat, or whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. I'm not particular about, don't use that word, it's mean. Don't say fat, say obese. Look, it doesn't matter. You're bigger than you should be, period. But the way that this guy put his comment in there, that kind of stuff irked me a little bit. It's like, that's just such a stupid question, a super stupid comment. Why'd you let yourself get this big? You know what? Fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. Take a step back before you say shit like that. It's not, you can't try and get an answer to your question by shaming the person, who's putting himself out there. And yeah, you bring that on yourself. You got to expect it when you do these videos. But it's just a photo. And like I said, it didn't have anything. There was nothing on it about compromised skin or anything like that. So, it kind of made me want to be careful as to some of the things I show or say. But at the same time, it's like I didn't care. And I still haven't. I'm not going to post any pictures of any time I've had issues with my legs. There's just no reason for it. But right now, everything's good. The legs are good. And I'm actually really happy how my legs are right now, because at one point years ago, they were so bad. And, it's not always infection as much as it is just, look, I'm just going to be graphic here. There was a point where both of my legs, I was covered in just open wounds, and it was yellow sloth and whatever it's called, I don't know. But they were oozing and they smelled, and it took many years to get that back to where it needed to be. Cellulitis is an issue with people with lymphedema. It's very easy for this to happen when you have lymphedema. And right now, it's being controlled. I still have swelling, but I don't have anything actively open on any of my legs. And that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Because I do not need that in my life. And the more I can keep it at bay, the happier I'll be. Because that's just, everything's good. I like it. So now, coming up this weekend, obviously, going to have a cheap meal or two. And you know what? I don't care. I'm having a good time, taking a little trip, and that's all good. I'm not going to sweat it. And my goals for next week, which I'll talk about next Tuesday, they're going to change a little bit. I'm going to introduce some different types of exercises. It'll still be my videos, but I'm going to be doing other things. I'm going to try and do some research on exactly how yoga works, because I understand yoga is amazing to help your body and to kind of change the physiology and how your brain works and burns calories. I'm a huge fan of DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, former wrestler and now health coach extraordinaire. He's helped so many people. Check him out, Diamond Dallas Page. There's one story in particular. I remember this guy was an Army vet, and he was a paratrooper, and he had really, his knees were shot, and he had surgery on his back, and he could barely walk. He had canes and a walker, and, he followed DDP's plan, and over the course of a couple of years, dropped like 120 pounds and was able to run again. It was an amazing story. And look up DDP and check that out. Because if you want to be encouraged and inspired by someone who is just really at heart, he knows what he's doing, and how he does it is perfect. It's Diamond Dallas Page, so that's a shout out for him. I think that's going to about do it for this episode of TwoTon's Journey. Now, like I said, I'm not going to have a weigh-in this week. I'll have one next week. And if I'm up, I'm up. If I'm the same, I'm the same. I would just keep grinding because, I say it in all my videos, never fucking quit. And I'm not quitting. And I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if it takes another year or two. I don't care if it takes 5 years. I will get to my goal weight. And I will cry like a bitch when that day comes. So, thanks for listening this week. It's Tuesday, August 11, 2026. I am TwoTon. Hear me roar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And once again, today's podcast is brought to you by bacon. Because if there was one food I could make love to, it's bacon. So, I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Peace.